What's up, guys? This is my second recording. I'm gonna start it now. So this is a classic matchup and my most hated matchup: Protoss vs Zerg PvZ. Now the most awful thing to watch out for is obviously the 6 pool. Strategically isn't the best thing, but it is the most annoying thing that any sort of Protoss player can go up against. Terran doesn't actually do too bad against it because Terran can block off pretty well. But for Protoss it's actually pretty hard because you got to get the pylon down, and then obviously you can only build Protoss buildings inside a pylon area. Here at 9 supply, I'm about to send out my first pylon. Obviously, because there's Zerg, I'm building my pylon next to the ramp in order to block it off. He's sending out his overlord to scout, as Zerg normally does. By the looks of it, he's actually just going drones. He actually isn't building a spawning pool yet, so he might be just playing legit. I'm chrono boosting my units as the pylon's made. Chrono boosting is one of the best things for Protoss because it makes everything be made 50% faster, including research and also any sort of units being built. Here goes my first gateway at 12 supply. At 12 supply you build the first gateway, is usually the general rule. At 14 is when you want to build gas. He's sending out his overlords in a weird sort of pattern. I think he's just trying to send them to a safe spot, or he's sending out this one to scout. If I was Zerg, I would actually send out my overlord one to here and then send this one probably over to there, just to get a brief view of the map in case any sort of hidden structures are being built. Here goes my probe scout. I'm actually completely walling off apart from this one bit here. Still scared for a 6 pull or a Zergling rush. He's actually building a natural expansion quite early, which is quite typical for Zerg players because with drones and the spreading of the creep, obviously creep is more beneficial. The more creep there is, the merrier for Zerg. And here goes down his first spawning pool. Now with my probe, I'm actually scouting out his base for the first time. Again, my micro's not that good, so I should have actually made that probe do more. He's got one Zergling attacking after it. I've pretty much gotten a brief scope of his base, realised that he's not using gas. Spawning pool's coming up. I also scout out his natural expansion right now, which is about to come down. I've got one zealot that's out. My cybernetics core's on the way. I've got gas coming up. Still chrono boosting my zealots come out. Now he's got his 2 overlords over here, so that's pretty much how we are right now. As soon as the cybernetics core comes down, you want to research gas, or you want to research Wargate, which is the most crucial thing, like I said in my first video. I should be researching it sometime soon. He's got his natural expansion down. He's also got a spine crawler. Now, the spine crawler that's about to be up soon, that is the worst thing for zealots. Zealots cannot handle against spine crawlers. But I've got my one zealot coming out because I knew that he made a natural expansion, which means I knew that he won't have Zerglings out until maybe a couple more seconds. So he had to cancel his spine crawler. And now I'm wreaking havoc with just my one zealot, just trying to do as much damage as I can because until he gets his Zerglings out, he really can't do much. Now, zealot versus queen. Zealots actually do quite a fair bit of damage. Queen without creep is slow as shit. And also, see, now he's actually sending all his drones to attack my one zealot because he just can't seem to handle it. He's got one queen coming out here, which he should have enough micro to send it over, but his drones can handle the business. He's got quite a lot of minerals gathering so far because he's got quite a few drones. My APM's 41 at the moment, his APM's 33. He's got 2 more drones than me. I've got 2 zealots, he's got 1 queen. I'm actually going for a more sophisticated type of rush. I'm building gateways close to his base and actually not bothering to research Wargate that fast. It's more just because I want to rush him down, solely because I knew that his natural expansion probably wouldn't be a good thing to verse him in the long run, but so far so not good. He's got quite a few lings come out, and he's got his queen and another queen. Obviously they're using the spawn larvae technique, which is you spawn extra larvae on a hatchery, and after a few After about 10, 15 to 30 seconds you get extra larvae, which means you can mass produce. With his lings coming out now, he's pretty much just scoped out my 2 gateways here. I'm warping in extra zealots, just making them more, just trying to rush him down and trying to keep him, like, trying to make him behave, so to speak. Now with these zealots going up against these lings, zealots are always stronger against lings, so I was able to dispatch them pretty easily. Trying to rush down his queen. Now see, obviously queen on creep is much faster than a zealot, which is quite annoying. With my zealots I'm just trying to do as best as I can to, again, just do as much damage as I can. He's still gathering quite a few minerals, but with me harassing him like this, it's actually quite hard for him to be gathering that much. I'm still building slowly. I've got another warp gate coming up. My supply's not doing too bad. And with my zealots I've actually pretty much dispatched them pretty well. Just trying to take out this hatchery as fast as I can. I've got this one zealot trying to just harass the shit out of this one queen. He's got another queen actually come up actually. Now we got roaches. Now roaches are actually quite dangerous. They're very harmful against zealots. But again, with my rush with zealots as well, I'm able to take them out. Now he shouldn't actually be standing there and attacking. He's actually quite, him on creep with roaches, they should be able to run attack, and they should be able to take down my zealots. But again, he's not that fast, and I don't think he could actually quite handle my zealot rush. Now again, it's just pretty much spam zealots as fast as I can, make an army full. I got a couple stalkers in because I knew that he actually just built roaches, so stalkers against roaches, roaches win, but instead of them running around my zealots and making my zealots run around in circles all day, at least the stalkers will be able to attack. So pretty much he's got a wasted expansion, he can do well with it. I've got him pretty much contained to just this one area. And now with my zealots and stalkers I'm able to take out the queen, I'm also able to take out the rest of the drones. The one most important thing is that people need to remember is, like, without drones means no money. With no money obviously means no units. So sometimes it's actually better to not focus on the buildings, but to actually just try and take out the whole mineral line, as I did. He's only got about 6 drones left, which isn't enough, while I way outnumber him with about 20 odd. So again, he says GG at this point in time, and he pretty much knows that he has to give up with my mass stalker and zealot rush. And again, this is a more peculiar way to attack an enemy. It's more one of my experiments with trying to find out when Zergs built a natural expansion early. Again, Protoss versus Zerg, it's my worst matchup. I hate versing Zerg, but this is just the early days where I'm trying to figure out what's the best way to counter Zerg putting down a hatchery at, say, 15 supply, which was in like the first few minutes. This one did quite well. I've done it with other games before in the past, but it actually hasn't succeeded. But in this one-off case, I did happen to just beat this guy. So yeah, this is my second video. I hope you guys enjoy it, and let me know how I do. Cheers.